Adherence to all existing logical parameters both simplifies solving a question and can actually focus to yield an emphasis on its answer. It is to be strong in sentiment, for the perception of the soul is in the constitution which wraps and frames the mind. So that even in the position of entrapment, any would prefer the protection of their lives by the reinforcement of their character. If the mind is protecting its life by moral and theology, then moral and theology ought be perceived as armor or shield, and only the painting of more metal on it, its appropriate reception. To lead into a little bit from those, the topic of insanity. And that, what are its bounds? What are its identifiers? And what room is there in between for neither sane nor insane, but just unknown or, guessing? That the value of the judgment of sanity is mostly having to do with safety. That is what you're thinking safe. Are you going to mistake the next thing? Are you going to be ill-prepared? Are you going to receive wrongly? Are you going to do something adverse or harmful or incongruent? So sanity can be brought back to kind of a more singular point than is frequently it's discoursed rhetoric. That sanity isn't so much the quality of whether or not something were normal or matching or going along with. Not so much just the quality of. But it can be like these little notes at the beginning, the identification of parameters of compatibility, of parameters of congruency, of parameters of fit and accordance. So we can talk about sanity in the sense that, did it leave reality? Was it entirely removed? Was it entirely without base? Was it something that might hurt one if carried out? In that sense, then kind of the only thing that could be considered insane would be a lie. If it were a lie, then it were insane. if it were pretend without any grounds in what is known or what has been experienced or what is here, what is fact, that could be considered insanity. Which really makes space for dreams and wishes and fantasy, guesses, predictions, estimates. And also can be a clearer discretion tool in those as well. That suddenly often, well, they're not talking about fact, they're not talking about reality, it's not meaning what is or isn't. So we can't call it insane. There's no factually evident lie. There's no factually evident departure or separation from what we do know, because it's not talking about what we know yet. And then moreover, you can say, promise that this horse is going to win the race, and this horse has never raced before. You didn't even test it. We didn't have a preliminary. Nobody even checked the health. We have no idea what the horse is capable of. And if you swear that it's going to win the race, you might want to keep that to yourself. There's no factual basis. You can maybe guess. You can maybe be thinking. But you have to come up and you have to name some things about it. Maybe if you know a thing or two about horses, and you say, well, its muscles look really well built for the kind of thing. It looks like it's very healthy and clean right now. It looks like in comparison to the other horses, it may stand a better chance. You have to name something, even in those. Have some kind of reason, some kind of founding. Which in the case of predictions, right, can be pretty helpful. You predict that something will fail, or you predict that something will succeed. And do you have evidence? Do you have reason to believe that? And what we're talking about is the truth or a lie, and sane or insane, and all with the very real value of safety